Got on the last bit. Fuck. I'll go again.
Yeah, crack on.
Another clap.
Yeah. Welcome back to the next episode of Shoeless. The shoes are off, the walls are down, and the conversations are as real as they come. Today we're skipping the fluff and getting straight into the good stuff. We've got some marketing insights, some leadership questions, and some good stories to share with you all. Right, let's get into it. This is Shoeless. Cool. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was TikTok trends. Actually, first of all, how are you feeling today, gents?
Yeah, good. That was a bit of a intro there. A bit, what was it? Skipping the fluff. We're here with the good stuff. Like, it was almost poetic, mate. It was almost poetic.
It's been a little bit rehearsed, that one.
Yeah.
So.
A little bit of rhythm in there.
Yeah.
We're here with Shoeless, but we're not clueless. But we might be a bit like, but we got the stuff and the good stuff and the fluff.
You've said it enough times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, good, mate. It's been a bit of a busy week, but looking forward to the podcast. And yeah,
is the host going to comment on our attire, do you think?
I don't think he's noticed.
Has he not noticed? I bet the viewers have noticed.
I'm
You're
not
both
sure.
looking fantastic, gents.
Both looking fantastic.
KBX Nutrition t-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got these this merch done last week, so we're shouting about it on the pod.
Yeah.
Rate it in the comments, please. Rate it.
Yeah.
For those
And
that
if you want to buy any, let us know.
yeah.
Cool. Right. So segment one's going to start off a little bit differently today, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wanted to talk a little bit about TikTok trends, and I thought we could participate in our own viral TikTok trends. So you may or may not have seen this trend, but I filmed a little clip before the podcast today, and I'm going to need your help with kind of completing the rest of the clip.
Sure.
So
I think I know where this is going.
Why does this fill me with dread?
what I need is
it-
Toby, you're going to go first.
All right.
And you need to look directly into your camera.
All right.
And I need you to just name 6 cylindrical objects that you keep in your house. Just one after the other. Don't say anything else. And then, Nick, I need you to do the same into your camera after, if that's all right, please.
Cylindrical objects I keep at my house.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
knives, forks, candles.
Are they
I'm sure there's-
cylinders?
They're roughly cylindrical. Doesn't matter too
Right.
much.
Okay.
So, Toby, why don't you kick us off, mate?
Toilet roll, can of Coke, bottle of water, glasses, as in drinking glasses.
Yep.
How many is that? 4, 5?
No, you need to say it straight to the camera without an interruption
Right.
for the video to work.
Okay. So toilet roll, can of Coke, bottle of water, drinking glasses, toilet brush, and toothbrush.
Brilliant. Nick, your turn.
You've gone bathroom heavy there, haven't you?
Bathroom, kitchen.
Bathroom heavy.
At the end, yeah. Bathroom heavy.
I actually don't know if I've got many cylindrical objects.
You don't have many objects in your
I don't have many objects. I don't have a TV.
All right, your parents' house.
Cylindrical objects. I don't
It's
know.
not easy, that.
No, yeah.
It was 10 originally. I cut it down to 6 because I thought it might be a bit of a challenge.
Double A batteries.
Look at your camera direct.
Dub-
6
dub-
off
It's got to
the...
be directly at your camera, mate.
Double A batteries. Oh, what else? Rolling pin. Gummies by Original Gummy Bears. That the camera's just gone off. What's happened
I
there?
have to restart this.
Battery.
Well, better now than 50 minutes in.
Is your red light still on?
Yeah.
There you go. It's all right. Keep that together. Yeah. So rolling pin, batteries, original Gummy Bears, gummies in their cylindrical pot. That's all I've got, I'm afraid.
Okay, we'll cut it there. We'll see how those come out. I'm not sure it's going to be quite as funny as I anticipated, but it was worth a shot.
Are you editing that or am I? Because it seems like you just created me a load of work there, mate.
Yeah, it was one for my own amusement, that really, more than anything
I think you need to do an intro as actually what that was for here.
Oh, people will know.
No, I know, but you should say it on the pod, as in like,
Is this the stuff you put up your bum?
yeah, like he's got to say it though on the podcast. So
Yeah.
we'll do a segment now around things you put up your bum. So I'm nothing. What about you guys?
I'm also nothing.
I'm the original nothing. But yeah,
so we're
these
all
two
nothing.
quite clearly heard
I
some
am-
objects there.
I'm aware of the trend.
The
trend, yeah.
I'm aware of the trend.
It's gone a bit too viral now. You kind of need to catch it at the right moment, don't you?
Yeah.
Just before like
Everyone sees it. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So section 2, we're going to be talking about some personal stories. I thought it'd be good to do a bit of storytelling on the pod today. Let's keep it a little bit lighter to begin with. It's always my favourite way to start off. So, a couple of questions starting up. Toby, can you give me a story about a time where you realised, oh my God, I'm actually an idiot? The kind of moment where you cringe at yourself afterwards and sort of think, how did I do that?
So one similar to that realm, but one that I look back on and actually involves you, Nick, is one I went out on a golf day and had too many to drink and ended up throwing up and being a bit worse for wear the next day. And I was going to Nick's the next day, so I drove to Nick's and probably shouldn't have been driving, but
just announcing that on the pod.
Yeah. Don't tell
It's
anyone,
in the
guys.
past.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And what I hadn't realised was when in my rush to get out of this hotel room, I packed my bag and came to Nick's and then realised that the bag I had packed was actually full of sick covered clothes.
Oh, that is disgusting.
Yeah.
Did you know this, Nick? Did you know that he'd brought a bag full of sick?
Not until he walked up the road and went, my bag's got a load of sick in it.
And
his little-
At least
and
he
his-
came clean straight away.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of had to ask him for a plastic bag to put the other stuff in. And yeah, it was just one of those moments where I go, how the hell have I ended up here in this situation, walking into my friend's house with a bag full of sick covered clothes.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I felt the same in the situation. Going, well, have I got a friend rocking up with a bag full of sick?
in a dog van. But yeah, that's one that really I was racking my brains, and that's one that sticks out to me as like a moment where I look at it and go, what on earth is going on here?
Yeah, you want to look yourself in the mirror after that and think
Yeah.
a few questions raised.
Yeah, I just want to shower, brush your teeth and all that sort of stuff. And
And even brushed his teeth.
no, I brush my teeth, but when you've been sick, you just
Yeah.
you can't brush them enough, can you really? So yeah, that was not my proudest moment for sure.
Okay, thanks for that, mate. And then,
That's all
Nick, I'm going to ask you the same question. So, a moment where you just thought, I've really messed something up and I'm a total idiot.
Taking the COVID vaccine. That's number one. Number two. I was actually, this is with our good friend Liam. So shout out to Liam Williams Architecture. Lanetti.
Great architect, by the way.
That was Lynettley.
Clonethley.
Williams.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Come on.
But it was so. I think the key thing here is one thing. I like to be a bit in control, a bit of a control freak.
Yeah.
Really?
And I'd left Liam to sort something, which was my fault because I shouldn't have done that. And this was at the exact moment. Yeah, I do love Liam, by the way. But we were going to Amsterdam,
Yeah. I know where this is
and this was just after COVID times, which is what I said about the vaccine there. But we rocked up to the airport, walked through security, but just the moment you're about to board the plane, they go, can we have your COVID certificate, please, to show that you haven't been... And I was like...
To show you have been vaccinated.
Not sure you have been vaccinated, just you had to have had a test as well as the...
Your fit to
You
fly
had to have a
test.
fit to fly test.
Yeah.
So I'd gone down to Bristol the night before, stayed over in a hotel to get up really early, to walk all the way through the airport, all the way, just to be told you can't travel today because you haven't had your test that shows you negative within the past 48 hours. So I had to rebook the flight, book in a COVID test, whatnot. And I think that was just a moment of like, you should have checked that. I didn't check, and it was just stupid. So I took the airless in, had to, pay for new flights, pay for COVID check, which luckily I didn't have.
Just wasted time.
And just wasted a day around Bristol Airport. So, yeah, probably that.
Fair enough, yeah. I think I remember going through that process when I was on a family holiday to Portugal, and it was a pain in the ass, to be honest, having to do that.
Yeah.
It was so stressful because obviously you book your holiday and you don't actually know if you're going to be able to go.
Yeah.
Because you can only get a test 48 hours in advance.
We did it as a family, and my sister's partner, so everyone got the texts. So we'd been in the day, and I think it was like Christmas Eve or something. We were going away on Boxing Day, so it was like there was an extra day or something, and every single person, there was about 9 of us going, all got the text to say they passed. And Ben, bless him, was sat at the kitchen table just staring at his phone, going like, am I going to be able to go? am I going to be able to go? His came through for whatever reason, like 2 hours later, and he'd had a few drinks then. He was like jumping up and down, celebrating like, I'm allowed to go on a plane. So yeah, we had that same story in our house.
Yeah. I have actually had one as well that I was, it was originally negative and then turned positive like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes later. So I'm not too sure how accurate those things necessarily were. But
all a bit weird now, the COVID stuff, isn't it, when you look back at it being locked down? And
yeah, well, I remember getting back from Mexico and having to go to Randox Health and getting a check and whatnot. Yeah. It's like when you got back, you had to get a check and something like that. And
they made a killing during COVID.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But I remember as well, they were like, I don't have a very good gag reflex. I don't know about you guys.
How did you find that out?
Well, I found it out through them, like, they're trying to stick the thing down your neck, like
with banana, I heard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I have a serious conversation here, tell a story, and you talk about bananas from Nano Banana. If anyone wants to see an image of me with a banana in my mouth, just
ring me.
Just
ring me off Nick's phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good. I've lost my train of thought now. Story's over. Move on.
Okay, we'll move on to the next story then. So this is, I think a funny story I want to hear from one of you, and I think it's something that involves the three of us. Doesn't necessarily have to be just us that were there. But have you got a funny story to tell that involves us all?
I've got one that jumps out at me.
A nice memory to relive.
I've got one that jumps out at me, and you're the butt of this one, Joe.
Oh, brilliant. That wasn't the intention of this podcast, mate.
No, that's fine. But last summer, the three of us, we'd had a busy summer, and we thought, first work trip, where are we going to go? And we got invited.
Oh, yeah.
We got invited by Tubi Tan, shout out Ricardo, to go to their closing party in Magaluf. So we thought, right, we'll do it as cheap as we can.
Boys in Maga.
Yeah, right.
We thought we're 27,
30.
30.
Yeah.
And what more can we need than a weekend in Maga?
Yeah. Girlfriends at the time were not happy about it, but it was work, and off we went on our travels.
It was 100% a business trip, just for all clarification here.
Absolutely, we're only going for business, and we're only going
exclusively and wholly for the business.
Yeah. So off we jetted on our travels from Birmingham Airport. We were actually working in the airport as well. Got to Magaluf, and was it 2 or 3 nights? I can't remember. 2 nights, wasn't it?
2 nights, I think it was. Yeah.
2 nights.
If that.
No, it was 2 nights, yeah.
No, it was 2 nights, yeah. And we sort of had night out on the second night, which ended up quite late, and Joe and I were out drinking. Nick, you were there, but not drinking. Had a laugh, and Joe was absolutely adamant. You've never seen anything like me in the morning, lads. I'm going to get up. There's no way I'm going to miss my flight. And we were like, it's nearly 4 a.m, mate.
What time was your flight? It's like 9 a.m.
Yeah. And Joe and I stumbled in.
Well, I'd made my way home because I'm not a drinker. You know, when it gets to about 3 a.m,
yeah, it was
like
a good
nothing good was happening past that point.
It was a good
and I
stint from
thought,
you.
oh, I think I'll just dip here.
Yeah. And actually, you'd been a really good friend.
I had been a good friend.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a shout out here. So you'd had a conversation with Joe, like, don't miss your flight. Like, do not, like, just make sure you're back and everything. And then Nick had actually gone back to the flat, to the apartment we were staying in, packed all of Joe's suitcase, put all of his stuff in his bag, put his toothbrush on the side so he could brush his teeth, all of that sort of stuff. And
everything. I folded all of his clothes because, by the way,
I don't remember any of this.
Because when we went out, obviously you just left everything everywhere. So I'd sorted out all your clothes for you when I got back because as I say, I'm sober and whatnot, and I thought, do you know what? I can really help him out here. He's gonna feel pretty rough in the morning. At least he just has to pick up his bag and go.
Yeah, and didn't you have some sort of birthday celebration at home as well that you needed to be back for? So we booked
yeah,
you.
it was one of my mates, Tom's birthday in London.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
we'd booked you a special flight to make sure that you got home for that thing and booked the whole trip around you going home. Essentially. Like the plan around
the whole trip was booked around my return flight home, but
no, but we had positioned it that you could get to this event.
Yeah.
And Joe wakes up and I don't think your flight had left, but there was no way you were getting to the airport in the time frame that you had, and you woke up and you went, oh shit. Then you had to ring your girlfriend to tell her that you're not going to make it home from Magaluf.
Yeah.
And I get on really well with Joe's girlfriend, but she was chewing your ear off down the other side of the phone.
Yeah, it was quite a sobering moment, that realizing I'd missed my flight.
Yeah.
I think we went for breakfast after, and I was just like, I just need to go.
He got in an Uber to be like 4 hours early for the next flight.
Yeah. Well, don't make the same mistake twice. That's my motto.
Yeah. It was the way you were so adamant on the night out. You were like, I've never missed a flight in my life, lads. There is no way I'm going to miss this. And then you just slept straight through.
Yeah, that's still the one and only, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
The only flight you've ever missed?
Yeah. At the time, we were debating whether we pay for it or Joe pays for it personally, but we did cover it as the business and got you out of that hole, mate.
Yeah. Well, as much as you could. There was plenty of digging to do when I got back.
Yeah, but Nick and I went for a lovely lunch the next day. It was really nice, wasn't it?
We had a lovely day. I think we went to a lovely little spot where we overlooked the beach and whatnot in a nice little hut.
Yeah,
a few different drinks. I think you were a little bit worse for wear, so I don't think you were heavy on the beers, but I think you had
I had a glass of rosé.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, a glass of rosé, something like that. We're actually doing a bit of work, weren't we? But I do remember it being really hot.
It was so hot.
It was so hot. Joe, I'd kill to be back there now, though. Do you know what I mean?
And I remember sitting in that beach bar where we were doing work and had our laptops out and whatever, and just thinking, Joe's life must be miserable today.
I know, because the thing is, Magaluf Airport as well is so dreadful. It's horrible.
Yeah, and it was even hotter in the airport. There was no aircon,
and I
so
knew.
I'm sat there without really. I can't remember if I've even had a shower. Just like you've just got that sweat.
And there's no seats either. Because I remember, funnily enough, on the way back, I'll just tell a nice little story. I'm with Tobe. So Tobe just happens to be a VIP airport lounge.
I've got a priority pass through American Express, so you can get into the lounges.
Yeah.
So there was no seats, there was no plugs, but we rocked
in. It was like a building site as well, that airport. Do you remember it?
It was. Yeah, I remember it very clearly.
we rocked up to the airport, and I'm like, Tobe, I need to charge my phone. He's like, don't worry, I've got you. And we just walked to this VIP room, showed the woman the thing, get in there. Plugs, seats, everything, and then all of this stuff as well. Because I'm not used to this level of experience. All of these drinks, everything. It's just help yourself. Don't have to pay or whatnot. I'm like, oh, brilliant!
Yeah,
So we sat.
I remember looking around in that airport, and I was like, "Fuck this!"
It was so horrible. It was such a horrible airport. There's certain airports that are nice, right?
Yeah, don't mind. Normally.
Amsterdam Airport is actually really nice, by the way.
As long as I've got a seat and some space. And I'm not that fussed.
Most UK airports are pretty nice as well, actually.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
I have my favourites, but
well travelled.
Yeah. Birmingham's okay. It's as long as you're happy to sit there and have a overpriced bacon butty or whatnot. Like.
Yeah, but that's every airport in the world, isn't it? They're all overpriced.
Yeah. But can I just tell another story? Because I know you're going to ask me, but I just want to tell a story about my knife while I'm here.
Oh God,
right?
I was just thinking about this actually.
So we got to the airport on the way to Magaluf, and then I was standing in the queue. We'd gone up the lift in Birmingham. You know the lift that we go. And I got in the queue and I went, oh shit. I've got my knife on me. Now, I'm not a big knife carrier, but I have a little pocket knife, which is like a multi-tool with, screwdrivery things. Anyway, so I thought, I was going to get this confiscated now. So I thought...
It's a Swiss Army knife, isn't it?
Yeah, Swiss Army knife. Yeah. It was. Anyway, but I'll finish the story.
Pushed your luck, didn't
I
you?
pushed my luck. So I get to security and I think, they're going to take it off me here. And I did think, is there someone I can ask to post it? I thought, it's not really that worth it. Anyway, so I chucked all my stuff in, chucked it in the bag and whatnot, put it all in, go through, come straight back out. I was like, there is no way I've just done that. I've just walked through security with a knife.
Well, you missed a little bit out there where you had a full-blown... bit of a breakdown in the queue where we were like, you can't take that through, mate. And it was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
But I was like, what am I going to do? Because I do have this knife, right? And I thought, well, what are they going to do? Take it off me. Anyway, so I got through and I was like, yeah, sound. I was like, but what I've got to do when I get to the other end is post it back. And then, obviously, throughout the trip, due to other circumstances, I ended up not posting it back. And I thought, on the way back, I'm going to get this confiscated.
Yeah.
Went through Magaluf Airport again, no problem. So for anyone that doesn't know, you can take a knife on a plane. Yeah.
I actually remember getting in a taxi on that day we spent together, and we kept trying to find a post office.
I know, yeah, we did try. We did try and find a post office.
Find a post office.
There's no Royal Mail.
There is. Do you know what? There isn't.
Business opportunity there for anyone.
Business, isn't it? Royal Mail.
Yeah, but but there was no DPD. There was no, every.
There was nothing.
There was nothing. So anyway, so I now think that you can take a knife through an airport. So I recently went to Tenerife. I think I mentioned on the last podcast or whatnot.
Yeah.
And took my knife through Birmingham Airport, no probs. Anyway, on my way back from Tenerife, completely forgot I had the knife, right? Walked through security, and all these guys pull me aside, grab me and go, whose is the knife? And I was like, it's mine. And then they measured it, and they're like, you can't take this on. So, but obviously Tenerife Spanish. So for some reason, Tenerife, you can't take a knife on. But
I know they are. Spanish authorities are particularly strict. Like even with your passport, they hate it if you're like on your phone or anything like that in the airport as well.
Yeah. I also remember a little bit to add to that story. I got through security and there was a massive queue at Birmingham Airport. And I just walked off and was like, right, I'm going to the toilet. And Nick passed me and I was like, did you get the knife in? And he was like, yeah. The people around us were like, what?
They all start moving away.
Yeah. So yeah, funny times. But it was a good trip.
But apparently you can take a knife on a plane, it just has to be small enough.
Okay.
Right, just for everyone's record. So
you know the blade length?
I think it's like 3 inches.
Oh right, okay.
3 inches.
You're used to carrying weapons of that size.
Hey! Oh, great.
That's a clip.
Yeah. So guys, I'm going to tell a story about my 3-inch weapon.
That's the hook.
That's the hook. Yeah, that's the hook. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to get that in there, just around.
Good stories. Thanks, gents. I think humiliating stories complete. I think we should move on to something slightly higher level before we sort of ruin our reputations any further.
Yeah. What reputation?
Yeah, true. I mean, next question is going to be on marketing. I want to talk a little bit about marketing. We've got a bit of a marketing expert here with Nicholas sat in the room. And we've got Toby.
You're also in the room, mate.
First question I'm going to direct to Nick. And we're going to keep it pretty sort of, not really at a deep level, pretty surface level to begin with. So what's your favourite ever marketing campaign and why do you think it works so well?
Oh, great question. Spin the wheel. Right? my favourite marketing campaign that I ever did was Spin the Wheel, and this was for a festival called Inside Out. I don't know if you know it in
I've heard of
Cardiff.
it, yeah.
Yeah. I think
I went.
You may have gone. I don't know. Anyway, but this campaign was built within ManyChat, which is a chatbot automation service, probably about 6-7 years ago now. So we're talking a while ago. But the campaign was that we ran an advert using Meta ads, Facebook ads, to Cardiff, which is the place where this festival was. And this chatbot that I made was essentially a spin the wheel game where you sort of played through the ManyChat chatbot, and then based on like logic, it would present a certain video, and that video show, or GIF actually, and that video would spin and obviously land on a prize. But optimize this for basically conversions, so that it sell more tickets, and essentially, lots of people won 50% off tickets or 2 for 1. I think was quite a popular one. And then because of course that was like a really big value add that actually felt like they'd won it. It converted really, really well, and also I think it had about 14,000 entrants, whatnot, sold thousands of tickets for this festival. It was a real growth hack, and that's probably my favorite ever marketing campaign. That's not just a marketing campaign, but there was like tech and build to it.
And so, just digging a bit deeper on that, the GIF that was created, was that basically based on what their choices had been to certain questions? So it would optimize the type of GIF for the type of person it thought they were? No,
so all it would do is we'd collect the data, so you'd click spin the wheel. So the advert was spin the wheel to win, a VIP package. But obviously, you can only give away one of those really. But other people would win 10% off, 20% off, 2 for 1 tickets, or I think actually there was some like merch given away there as well. And what we did is got 8 GIFs created. And it was, an image that essentially gifts like lots of images together that span and landed on. So one image would land on, free hats, one would land 10% off.
Yeah.
And then once they claim the prize, they would get a code or whatever that they could put into their ticket platform, and they would get either 2 for 1 tickets, or, it says free hat on entry, or 10% off the tickets. And essentially that is how it ran, and it just converted like super, super well.
And in terms, obviously, what is? Do you remember what the conversion rate was?
I can't remember exactly what the conversion rate was, but I remember the ROAS was like 14 or 16 or something like that, which for festivals was just like 5 to 10 times what you'd normally get.
Right. Okay. Cool. Really interesting. Thanks, mate.
Also collected all the data. So you were going to get in the email and whatnot. You can message them.
2.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a really strong campaign. That was really, really strong campaign. That was probably my first one that, from back to front sort of thought of, built out all like individual parts that, no one had done this before, and then ran it, and it just flew.
There you go. Anyone that's looking to get into the selling festival ticket game, growth hack for you there.
Yeah. Check it out.
Cool. Toby, next one for you. So we're going to ask you, what is the most memorable piece of content that you have ever seen? And why do you remember it, and why does it work?
I don't know why. My head went straight to Charlie Bit My Finger.
Right. I was thinking more for like a brand.
Yeah, I thought you might be, but I'll...
But I mean, we can dissect that one if you want.
No, I'll think of a different one. But that's where my head went straight to. Most memorable.
Should I give you mine while you're thinking?
Yeah, go.
Can I give you mine afterwards as well? I've got one.
You can
go for it.
Mine is, I think, probably the same as quite a lot of people's. Is the Dairy Milk Gorilla advert with
the drums,
the gorilla on the drums, and it's Phil Collins. In the background, and I think it works so well because it's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that was very out there and hadn't really been seen before at that period in time, and I think it expresses a lot of emotion of joy and happiness, and makes people laugh, which I think then you associate with chocolate and the Dairy Milk brand, and it just obviously stuck in so many people's minds. So yeah, that was my sort of most memorable.
Go on, Nick.
So I've got two actually, because I when you said memorable, like I was thinking, so an advert, the most memorable advert is actually for Ad World Online. And I remember saving it, and I probably sent it to 100 and something clients, being like, recreate this, but for your business. And it was just very catchy, very like...
So what is Ad World Online?
It was one of these sort of like e-com ad world festivals where there was an event, but you could also that you could go to and listen to a load of speakers. But then also, you could join remotely and purchase like a ticket for like a webinar experience of the event. And I just remember whoever have done their adverts was obviously like one of the best people in the world. Obviously for Ad World Online, you've got to have a very good advert. And I've sent that to 1 million people. Like, recreate this because it was so good at capturing the attention and running you through exactly what it was. And then as well, I think from a TV advert standpoint, I think it was is it Kleenex? The tissues advert? Yeah. And it was only because of the song, and I do find songs make a big difference. A bit like in yours,
Phil Collins. Yeah.
Phil Collins. It was I think it was actually called Starfordoo, Let It Out or something like that, which is the song, but it was just really catchy.
I know that song, but I can't.
Yeah, let it. Do you wanna? Anyway, I'm not going to sing it.
Yeah, that was really, really like it.
I'm not going to
remember it now.
but that's probably one that I just always remember.
And why did that work well? Why was the?
I think it was quite an emotional advert, that one, because it was all about like let it out, and it was about like people crying and whatnot, and they were handed a tissue.
Right. Okay.
Solving
the problem.
Yeah, and I think it was kind of like two people sat on a bench having a chat, whatnot, and like just over a cup of tea and just talking and whatnot, and smiling and happy, but sometimes happy tears, let it out. Really, really good advert.
I would have never have guessed that that's what you were going to come out with. Fair enough. There you go.
Yeah.
Why not? Hold on. Why?
I don't know. I was just thinking about when I think about it. I think like John Lewis campaign, Christmas campaign.
I was just about to bring up the John Lewis Christmas campaign.
The day, like iconic kind of things. I'm not sure I would personally classify Kleenex as iconic, but
no, but you know them as a brand. You know what they do.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are in the tissue game.
Yeah.
They're iconic in the tissue game.
Yeah, probably are actually, to be fair, in the tissue game. Yeah.
I just thought of a couple there. So one that springs to mind because I actually sent it to my dad because it makes me look. It made me think of him as in looks, and that's Go Compare.
Hope you're watching this, guy.
Yeah, he'll be listening.
Oh dear!
That's me.
You sent that to your dad.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like you. If there's any person on an advert you don't want to be told you look like, it's the Go Compare man.
But you can both see the resemblance, can't you?
No idea. No, I don't think so, mate.
Not.
Absolutely not. No.
Not brave enough.
No.
I expected more from you too. Fully left me out in the cold. And probably the music as well. These been in so many different adverts and pops up, and there's not a particular advert that I remember. It's just Go Compare.
That is funny because I suppose it's the character, isn't it? There, so you say another one is that Compare the Meerkat.
Compare the Meerkat.
Is the adverts themselves aren't as memorable as the fact that the character reappears every time.
Brands are definite. And the other one I was going to mention was, you just mentioned it, the John Lewis Christmas campaign every year. There's always a countdown to know, and also the Coca-Cola truck as well. There's always a countdown.
Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming.
Yeah. Christmas is that one, and
isn't the John Lewis one is always the Lily Allen song, isn't it?
No, that was one of the famous adverts. So the song,
just one?
Yeah, the song changes every year.
What's the Lily Allen song? Can you give us a little segment, please?
We know.
I know. Yeah,
it was actually a Keen song first.
It was, right, but she sings it in the ad.
Yeah, she does, and the little rabbit goes. Remember?
Yeah.
But yeah, I always watch the John Lewis Christmas advert. Although I will call John Lewis out a little bit, and it's my little sister that says this. Every time you go into a John Lewis, there's never any music playing. It's actually quite weird when you stand in a John Lewis and think about it. There's no music on.
Well, we know how much it costs to get a music license, mate. So.
Sack PPLRS off, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely awful company. I don't mind slagging them off. They're horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80 quid a month,
Yeah,
you
you-
never get back.
yeah,
Market, market monopoly, and it's a farce.
Yeah.
It's just another tax.
They're ruining Christmas because you can't even go into John Lewis and have some Christmas songs on just
Yeah.
because of the state of their
Yeah,
license.
but go and try it. Go and stand in John Lewis. There's no music on, and once you notice, it's really weird.
Yeah.
And you kind of think there should be music on.
Is that your favourite, market of choice? Like, what was it?
Shop.
Yeah, John Lewis, or is it like you're a Debenhams guy? Or
No, I don't really go to John Lewis.
You're more of a Selfridges guy. Aren't you?
Yeah, I do like the yellow carrier bags.
You do. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But I do most of my shopping online.
Yeah.
And most of my t-shirts and clothes and stuff at Uniqlo.
Yeah. With you.
So,
With your Amex.
yeah, you've got one as well.
Right. So I think we've talked a little bit about some of the things that make them successful. Are there any? So we've said character. We've said music.
Yeah.
We've said emotion. We've said entertainment. Is there anything you think that they all have in common that kind of makes them successfully?
Well, I think it's all of those things you've just said. It's
Yeah.
when you mix in the right music with a character, and you get some kind of emotion across. These are all very common things around what we've just.
Yeah. The one thing I think we haven't said is story.
Yeah, I was just about to say story. So if you look at the John Lewis Christmas adverts, the story is always around Christmas, but it's not actually selling a product that you buy in John Lewis. It's telling you to go to John Lewis at Christmas time.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of these stories really. Do you remember them?
No, I was gonna say that I get what you're saying there, but I don't think they do have much of a story. Any of the ones we've mentioned there, I can't clearly see what the story is.
Mm.
So,
Well, the John Lewis ones are often the Christmas story, aren't they, in some roundabout way? But they're...
I mean, what's a gorilla banging on the drums telling a story about?
Wasn't this, and I don't know, wasn't it something to do with the Rugby World Cup at the time?
I have no idea. I was quite young when it came out, so just remember the gorilla.
I might have a Google and have a fact check on that, but I've got a feeling that, or there was an England version of it or something for the World Cup.
Possibly.
I don't know. I've just got that in my head, but might be wrong. But yeah, I think with advertising, it's about creating a feeling for people. So the John Lewis Christmas advert makes you feel like Christmas is just around the corner, and first time you see it, you're like, oh yeah, John Lewis this year. And that gorilla, as a kid, probably makes you go, there's a gorilla on the TV. That's great. And just a bit out there and a bit like sparks your attention.
Speaking of which, is this our Christmas episode? Is this going out on Christmas?
No, next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Make sure to tune in for that, guys. Our Christmas episode.
We will
On Christmas Day,
yeah.
listen to us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It will actually go out on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for that, gents. So, I'm going to move on a little bit now to sort of brands right now. So, are there any brands that you guys look at right now that you think are doing a great job in terms of any of those things we've just discussed with their own marketing campaigns, their socials? Sort of, are they kind of telling a story, and are they nailing it, and how are they nailing it? So sort of, brands that you're looking at in present day could be new, could be old, but I think better actually to focus on perhaps more new brands that have come to the surface.
Yeah, one brand, funnily enough, I've got my KBX nutrition top on, that it's not a brand I've actively sort of engaged with, but I find that it's a brand that has been forced into my face, is Huel.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't get away from Huel. It's not something I've ever actively wanted to buy or anything like that, but in a few occasions, one, we did a Palestra Games thing. You were there, and Huel sort of gave some free product for it, and of course, had a go with it and tried a couple of their drinks and whatnot. And then also it being in like garages, like petrol stations,
everywhere.
and also in like corner shop type places, and then I think as well it's in like Tesco meal deals as well.
It is.
And so I'm just constantly seeing this,
and
even though it's not something I've actively ever really engaged with or wanted to even have. I've ended up having it because of it's sponsored somewhere, and seeing it everywhere in supermarkets, and
They've actually got vending machines. They've got one in the Birmingham New Street.
have they?
Yeah.
You can't miss it.
This is the thing. It's just shoved into your face. You cannot miss it. And I think that they've, and then of course, I think it's I've seen adverts for Huel on Instagram and whatnot, and even I think was it Gary Neville or someone even promoted it. Huel. It's just one of these brands where it's like I'm not interested in it. I don't want it, but I can't get away from it, kind of thing. So I think they've done a great job of ramming it down your throat
in a pretty short space of time.
In a couple of years, I think it will have been. Yeah.
It's is it Stephen Bartlett that's
I think he's an investor or has some sort of interest in it. They actually got in trouble for running adverts saying, that he really enjoys taking it, and actually it's like he has a financial interest in promoting the product, and it wasn't disclosed. But I mean, I'm not going to hate on him for that because I'd do that. So, but that's a really key one. What about you guys then?
You robbed the one I was going to have, actually.
All the brands in the world, and I just happened to have said the one that you were going to choose.
I was thinking Huel, but one brand that I think is actually quite a heritage brand that I think is doing a really good job at the moment, so not as new or upcoming, is Marks and Spencer's. I don't know if that's because I'm getting older, but I think Marks and Spencer's is actually their adverts, everything. I think they're really up in their game and appealing to a younger demographic, which I think is actually quite a hard rebranding challenge, because as a business, like I always resonate Marks and Spencer's with like my grandparents, and wouldn't particularly shop there. But I think like some of their menswear now, it's like the same as Reese. It's
So just openly admit he buys his clothes from Marks and Spencer's.
He was actually telling me the other day how great M&S is.
It is. It's brilliant.
Do you know what?
That's exactly what they want, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they are obviously doing a great job. I wouldn't have. Yeah, I'm personally not quite there. I don't see M&S anywhere.
Do you know what M&S has the best though? You know those and in fact I showed them the buckets of like Rocky Roads or the buckets of like
anything with
flapjacky, chocolatey things.
Milkshakes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so good. I'm not an M&S person, but like those are
M&S,
proper good.
M&S picky bits and stuff like that. And snacks.
Oh yeah.
When you get a service station and it's M&S, you're like, I'm
Decent.
I'm having a few in here.
Yeah.
What about you, Tols?
Mine would be, I think, Prime, and obviously all the guys behind that, like absolutely blown up in the last 4 or 5 years. I've seen that at the Emirates when I go watch the football. I see that I think similar in every single drink store that you go into. Maybe not the Tesco's actually, not so much the kind of maybe more premium supermarkets, or at least not the little ones.
Yeah. I think it's in Morrison's.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you not see it less now though?
I do see it less now. Yeah, less than it was.
Maybe. I don't know, I feel like it's there, but you just don't notice it as much.
Yeah, maybe people
like it was very boom, wasn't it? And then it's maybe
I think they have been,
but it's become almost like a staple brand everywhere now.
Yeah, they're a bit controversial though, because of course they launched their isotonic drink, which was like sugar free and everything, and then paired that with like this super caffeinated, almost like Red Bull like drink, didn't they?
Yeah, it might be controversial, but I mean, it was successful.
Yeah.
I'll
cry on my yacht.
It's funny how we've said drinks brand.
Yeah.
M&S, they sell drinks.
M&S, they sell drinks. Yeah.
There was just building on that controversial point. I think we were talking about it the other day. You were saying, Nick was saying that there was all the most successful brands in the world break the rules at some point.
That's right. It was a Rory Sutherland video that I saw.
Was it?
Yeah. I like Rory Sutherland. He's good, isn't he?
I know he is good. And he said that all of the hyper successful campaigns that they'd run, at some point, they'd broke the rules.
That was it.
Yeah.
And it was at some point, somewhere you. So for anyone that wants to be successful, go and break the rules.
Yeah. Have you
Just
seen
don't get caught?
Have you seen when he's talking about KFC? So he said he was doing some work for KFC, and they said they need to sell more chicken, so they're just going to put the price down.
Yeah.
And he said, "Why don't you try and put the price up?" And they went, "Why the hell would we do that?" and it's a bit of a reverse psychology thing, and it actually worked. It makes KFC more of a treat than other fast food. So it's more like birthdays and celebrations that go to KFC now, rather than
Interesting.
people that are trying to spend as little as possible. So your actual customer is changing, and they ended up selling more chicken through it as well.
I'm making more money on the chicken.
Yeah, I'm making more money. And he said also,
Great if you're a franchisee.
yeah, and also if you put the price down, you might make more money, but you might not. You're just not selling as much chicken for less money. So it was quite interesting. I also like his flat white or fuck off campaign. Have you seen that?
No.
His coffees, they're quite good. Have a look at it.
Okay.
But, someone's actually making that a real thing on TikTok. It's going viral.
What, flat white or fuck off?
Yeah. So basically, his argument is all these different coffees and iced lattes and all that sort of stuff. They create time and wasted time for coffee shops. So his whole idea was you can have an espresso or a flat white, or you can fuck off. That's it. And
Right.
you pre-make them, and you just tap your card, and off you go at a train station or whatever. And he put this idea out there, and someone got hold of the clip online, and they're actually making the brand and putting it in, and their whole TikTok campaign is how they're going around building this brand, flat white or fuck off.
Well, there you go, breaking the rules.
Yeah. But it's quite interesting. Comes up on my For You page quite a lot.
Nice. I think some good answers there. I'm liking the flow of the conversation today. It's feeling quite
Yeah.
natural, which
Yeah.
is
Good.
Which is good. So we can stick with a few more of these like marketing questions, or we can move on to some leadership stuff.
You're the host, mate. You
You're the host.
decide.
You asked us what you wanna know.
You're loving the marketing flow.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do more marketing
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
I'm not precious.
So is there?
Precious.
Well, this is kind of two questions
Precious,
in one.
darling.
So, what kind of marketing? Getting interrupted here.
Sorry, we just had a bit of a
From Little
moment.
Britain.
Just a little bit of a wavelength. Sorry.
What was it? I want that one.
Precious, darling. That one.
I don't
Do you know
remember
with the really fat, like naked
And there was
ladies?
bubbles as well.
Bubbles.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
You know, I watched an episode of that recently, and it's very controversial.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
very
controversial. Yeah.
dated.
Yeah,
I think it's been cancelled.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they've been cancelled. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate.
back
we
in my
intro-
flow.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
So what kind of marketing, appeals to you specifically? So when you're looking at, I think, and maybe this is again more ads and content, is what kind of turns you on in terms of when you watch a video?
What turns me on when I watch
a video?
What turns me on when I watch a video? Well,
what makes you continue watching?
what makes me continue watching
I know.
after I've been turned on?
And then on,
Come
on
on, Joe,
the, on, the
Jesus.
flip, on the flip side,
You
what
put it on the
turns-
plate for him.
on the flip side, what turns you off?
What turns
So,
me off? All right, okay.
Yeah, so
So
when almost like when you know something's an ad, I guess, in a way.
yeah, so my favourite things is performance marketing. So marketing that literally drives like performance. I'm actually not very interested in fluffy marketing of like, oh, but that gains some brand awareness. Like performance marketing, like attributed results. That's kind of like
No, so I think what I meant from this question was, so when you're watching, when you're the consumer,
Uh-huh.
so like what makes you want to buy?
Oh, I tell you
basically.
whose adverts I've hated at the moment is Heights. Oh my God. They have, I don't know what they've done, but it just seems like everything they're putting out is so, this is just an advert and we're going to be like unhonest. One of the latest video I saw from Heights was that some woman that worked for them said that she'd found this secret and that their code was still active. And then she says that she'd worked for them. And then she said, like, it was all like, oh no, wait,
She's
this is
infiltrated the Heights HQ and she's found this code. And
yeah,
you go and
yes,
use
yeah.
it.
And it was like,
oh,
this is so fake.
come on,
that
guys.
do you know what? I tagged Dan Murray, who's the founder of Heights, and I just said to him, I think he was like, you can do better than this. But I wasn't the only one that commented on that. There was lots of people commenting like, this is just like a horrendous ad because it's like, there's no honesty to it. There was no integrity. There was no real story. It was essentially someone pretending that they'd found this thing that was a bit like unique, and it turns out they're actually part of the marketing department. It's like, that's just so unhonest and so like, at least get like a person that's had your product that's actually taken it, that's not on the payroll daily, to go, here you go and create an advert with that and give your honest opinion. Not like...
Oh, it was an actual employee.
It was an actual employee who was like,
that just makes it so much worse.
It was so bad. So bad. So, yeah, I'll call him out here because Dan Murray, you can do better. Dan Murray, you can do better.
We'll clip that and run shitloads of ads on
it. No, well, yeah, we should, because I think that was terrible from Heights. I think and then recently I saw another one, which it was like how the founders have improved like 45 to 60-year-old women's like digestion. I was just thinking, firstly, why are they targeting me? Because I'm not 45. I know that you will say that I am. I'm not a woman, and it's also
we say that you are.
No, but it was like, but it was poorly targeted, and also it was obviously like set up like it was pretending to be some article that had been written that they very clearly wrote themselves. Like, at least get like a journalist to write an article and then clip a good bit out of what they've said, not just take your own wording and whatnot. It was just really, really poor. I actually can't believe they've had they're gaining customers through this, but yeah, really poor from Heights.
Got you talking about them though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what about you, Tobe? Is there anything, almost like things, I think the way I'm kind of positioning this question is like anything that you see that you kind of know it's an ad, but you still want to watch it because they've like appealed to you in some way?
There probably is, and like I definitely get stuck in a doom scroll now and again. I'm trying to think if I should get my phone out and have a look, but Q Mantra have been coming up a lot for me. In the nutrition space, and maybe because we're starting a nutrition business, but
yeah. Oh, I got the t-shirt already.
Coming for you, Mantra.
kbxnutrition.com. Go check it out. Either you can get yourself a free sample or buy a pack.
Actually, anyone that follows the account on Instagram, you as Nick said, you can get a free sample of X Fuel, which is our creatine, hydration and nootropic blend, all in one complete formula that you just take once a day and solves all of your nutrition needs. So yeah, give us a follow, KBX Nutrition on Instagram.
And one thing that really annoys me with ads is, let's say you click on it and you want to buy it, and it's like pop up after pop up after pop up after pop up on the website.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that's annoying.
I just want to buy it. Like, stop putting things in my way.
Yeah.
To like, I've clicked your ad. I'm going to buy it, and now you're just pissing me off. And now I'm not going to buy it.
Do you still buy it?
No. And then I get hit by the ads for about 3 weeks. I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah. Can I come back with another one?
Yeah, sure.
There's a couple of guys, and they've got like,
who were up to no good.
No.
Started making trouble in my neighbourhood.
And then one got scared.
How is this going to be clipped now? No, so there's a couple of guys on Instagram, and they've got like a sweatshirt, hoodie, and like it's like a tracksuit, right? But none of their content is around like tracksuits or anything like that. All they do is like make like funny clips. So it might be like one crashing a car and whatnot, and then he sees the guy that's crashed into him, run around the corner, and he gets out the car and chase after it. And you think that it's a legitimate like crash, and then he gets around the corner and goes, psych, throws the thing at them. You've seen them. And then they're just there in a tracksuit, like going boom, boom, like that. Yeah. And that's some of the best advertising that I've actually seen, when you don't know it's an ad up until the last minute. And then it's like, they're just using it to market their sweatshirts and whatnot.
I can honestly say that I've seen a few of those, and I've never bought one.
No, I've never bought one, but I think in terms of getting visibility.
Yeah.
But would you say you're the type of person that was going to buy the tracksuit?
The tracksuits actually don't look that great. If they had better tracksuits, they actually might. But actually their tracksuits actually didn't look that good.
I thought, yeah, they kind of like remind me of like Mackenzie back in the day.
Yeah, yes, yeah. You know and in fact, even in the comments on one of them, it was like, advert was awesome. Sweatshirts are mid. It's I'm just not interested in buying this but I think if
that's where they've gone, product marketing. Almost,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
and
yeah.
you need to kind of be
Balance.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but if they had a genuinely desirable product, and at the end, like they made these sick videos, and then actually I like saw the thing and was like, that actually looks really good. That'll suit me. I probably would buy it because they've caught my
I suppose
attention.
maybe other people do.
Other people, maybe other people do. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not doing none.
Yeah, and they might not be trying to target you either. They might that might not be their core audience.
Yeah, I don't think I am, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
I do see their videos, and I do find it very impressive that they're able to, you know, essentially capture your attention, get you to watch this whole video, and then at the end of it, make it be like, oh no, actually, we're marketing our product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is clever. I agree. It's almost like watching an action film in a way, or like a scene in a film, like you say, with a chase or whatever. That very entertaining.
Yeah.
Anything else from you to add, Tobe, or should we move on?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to wrap my brains. I haven't got any that are springing to mind. But
Can I just come in with some more? I feel like I'm talking a lot because it's marketing, right? No, but in terms of like, we talked about festivals earlier, and I can't remember the name of the festival specifically now because it's such a long time ago. But announcing festival lineups, one thing from adverts that I do remember is one, obviously the music, right? Because the music for if you're launching like an event is what attracts your audience.
Yep.
But then also two is when they're showing the lineup, and I think this is true to all of adverts with words, is not leaving the words up there for that long. So let's say, for instance, you know, we wanted to market, I don't know, tanning creams, let's say, and we've got different ones, accelerators, bronzers, tingles. Don't put tanning accelerators, then delay, then tingles, then delay. It's accelerators, tingles, bronze, really quick. Almost so like by the time you've read the word, the next word's already on the screen, keeps your attention going, and also informs you really quickly in a short period of time about everything that they're sort of marketing. So with festival lineups, I remember when I've marketed a couple of festivals, one of the things that one of the guys that made the videos would do the lineups quite slow. I was like, no, mate, do it really quick. You know, artist,
bang,
artist,
bang,
artist,
bang, bang,
artist, artist. Almost that you've almost not got enough time to read it, but your brain will still process it.
you'll probably watch it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
So
suppose with doing that, you've actually got more time to deliver more artists that they know and like. Well, sorry, in less time.
yes, yeah.
It's because obviously when you read a festival lineup, you scan, and you go, right, I like them. Don't know who they are. Don't know who they are. Don't know who they like them. Like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at it, and if there's 4 or 5 in there that
Kinda
you
go,
see,
oh, yeah,
you're
looks
like,
good.
it's worth going.
Yeah.
So by doing that, you're increasing your chances of them getting that. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. Something to capture someone's attention and, you know, make them see. So yeah.
Nice. Right. Last question on marketing. If you had an unlimited budget for one dream marketing stunt, no rules or limits, what would each of you do?
Ooh. No rules or limits.
What
rules or
question?
limits.
Can you?
No rules or limits. The best thing you can do is
No budget.
no budget. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, because you want an advert every single day for 12 hours. All you do is you go to the moon, right? And then you literally, you know, like craters on the moon, you do craters in your logo as a big on the moon. So every day when you look up, the sun is reflecting this big moon with your logo on it.
That is sick.
How do you beat that?
Yeah,
That's
how do
why-
you beat that?
That's why he's in marketing.
Well, you said no budgets, no limit. Like that's where you got to go, innit?
Yeah.
No, 100%.
You go into the moon.
I went in a very different angle when I thought of this, and I thought, what's the biggest event on TV every year? Well, sorry, not necessarily every year. But
World Cup final.
World Cup final. Yeah. So being the main sponsor in the World Cup final, with, you know,
Yeah.
for every single ad, an hour before, an hour after,
Yeah.
that would be obviously the most exposure you could probably get in a single campaign.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
I think I'd go a bit Money Heist with it. A bit like have you seen Money Heist?
I have the Netflix. Like it was in Spanish, but they
Yeah. And they basically rob a bank.
yeah. I've seen it.
And at the end of one of the seasons, sorry if this is a spoiler for anyone, they fly a load of helicopters and give away the money to the people.
Right.
So this is where I would go with it. Is I'd probably have about 20 helicopters above cities, and throw away loads of free product and have banners flying around, and because everyone will be like, what the hell is whatever we're giving away, and whether it's merch or money or whatever, I'd have a big budget, load of helicopters, and get things in
Dropping
people's
free
hands.
stuff from the
Yeah.
sky in
Yeah.
one big go.
Yeah, load of content flying around.
People are like, what is this?
What is this?
Get
Yeah,
their phones out. You'd be
Yeah.
all over social media.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd still rather have Megatan written on the moon.
20 helicopters is cheaper than getting to the moon.
I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah.
In fairness, you could probably put yours two together. It still wouldn't cost as much
Yeah.
as writing Megatan
Yeah.
on the moon.
Or we could get a helicopter to the World Cup final. Pepper the stadium.
Right, mate. I'm trying to think how you would actually write that on the moon. You'd have to.
Oh, you'd have to do Bart Simpson graffiti like he's on the chalkboard, wouldn't you?
No, that would that even be seen?
Yeah, if you did it, yeah,
You would have-
obviously.
I think you would literally have to, like you say, dig.
You'd have to
holes
you'd have
deep
to
enough that it engraves.
correct. Yeah,
So
yeah.
You need to like.
You said there
quarry.
was no limits.
Yeah,
You said there was no limits, but that's what you would do.
to that level.
Yeah.
Which side of the moon though, as well? You got to be, there's got to be a lot of thought gone into this.
The mood is tidally locked. That's what makes it work. So you see
You
the same
always see the
side
same.
at all
Right, this is
all
getting way
times.
too scientific.
What, even if you're in Australia,
Correct.
Lads, we don't have
see
the
the
budget.
same side. Of the
We don't
moon
have the
here.
budget.
That's why we have the dark side of the moon. We've never seen the dark side of the moon from Earth. It's tidally locked, i.e., as the Earth spins, it always faces the same way. Do you not know that?
I did not know that. No.
Yeah, it's tidally locked, so you will always see the same side of the moon. It will
Is
always
it tidally locked?
Yeah,
Yeah, say that one more time.
It's tidally locked, everyone. Tidally locked.
The moon is tidally locked.
Which side would you?
Left.
I think a lot of people would ask that question. People are like, if you start thinking about it logistically.
fair,
That's why it worked. That was my whole point. Because it's tidally locked.
To be fair, we could just use Joe's forehead.
And to think I was going to say you look like Rory Sutherland.
Look at him trying to claw it back.
Yeah. Rory Sutherland. Yeah. You do.
Back at you, mate.
Yeah.
Claws are out.
What's the most offensive bit from the neck up or the neck down?
Oh, we started on lads. Oh,
You walked into that a bit, didn't you, mate?
I didn't walk anywhere.
Right, we're finally on to the next section now, which is all about leadership.
Okay.
So when it comes to leadership, I think I'm going to go to you, Tobe, with this one.
Yeah, sure.
Let's strip away the business books. What does being a leader actually mean to you?
Oh, good question. Being a leader to me is setting examples. It's being there for people, and it's driving the business forward at every opportunity. And sort of one of the key things is looking at yourself and how you can improve yourself, but also how you deliver that forward and the impact that has on team, business, you, and just taking the bull by the horns and taking the initiative.
Okay. All right. Gonna move it on. That was a nice short answer.
I can go more into it.
No,
if you want.
that's good. That's good. So, yeah, Nick. Then, in terms of being sort of a difference between a good and a bad leader, what is the difference?
Show, not tell. Do you want me to elaborate? No, a good leader will show you, and a bad leader would tell you. Someone's they will tell you what to do. So if you want to lead someone, you have to show them what they need to do so that they can follow those instructions. Because that's what being a leader is you require someone to follow you. Whereas a bad leader will tell them and then they can't follow that because they're just.
That's more management, isn't it? It's more.
Well, no, but a manager is a leader.
Yeah.
So it's show, not tell, I think is probably the key phrase there that I will use.
Yeah, and any specific examples there? So can you think of certain things?
Yeah, in our industry, like showing someone how to clean a sunbed properly, not saying clean that sunbed. If they get shown how to clean it properly, which means, you get under these bits here and, make sure to wipe down that and make sure you get the handle and check down there and wipe that bit from the back to the front and whatnot, compared to if you just tell someone to do it, they might not know or realise there's key parts that they would then miss because they think they're wiping it right, but they're not.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think that's quite an interesting point actually, because it gets harder the harder the task, obviously,
Mhm.
but it also gets harder to show someone, like, the harder the task.
Mhm.
So if you're teaching someone how to build a profit and loss versus tell them how to clean something, that's a different level of leadership required to be able to do that.
Yeah. And I think as well, adding into that is there's the leadership in terms of showing them what to do, and then leadership in terms of getting them to think for themselves.
Yeah.
In order to identify potential problems and correct them before they've even occurred,
Yeah, and it's also giving people sort of the trust to be able to go and make their own decisions, and that you trust that. But also, as Nick said, sort of educating them in the right ways to think and the right ways to do things and tackle problems is also a big part of being a leader.
Brilliant. Thanks, gents. So going to move on to the last two leadership questions. It's tell me about a time that each of you has been a good and a bad leader.
Do you want me to start with when I was a bad leader?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
So when I was 18, I worked as a door-to-door salesman, right? I think we may have covered this in a previous podcast.
Yeah.
But as part of that role is, because I was quite good at the sales part, they then give you people to train and whatnot. Bloody hell, and whatnot. They give you people to train, and you build your own team. And I remember after work one night, I'd gone and got horrendously drunk in Wolverhampton walkabout, or somewhere, and
I think I know this story.
ended up waking up on a train at like 9 a.m. in the morning and whatnot, and of course had basically essentially missed like all of my work for the day, which means I wasn't there to train my team, I wasn't there to plan my team and everything, and I also obviously set a very bad example of like what it means to be a leader. I was 18 at the time. I now no longer drink, as everyone knows. But that was probably a time where I was a bad leader, because I did actually have quite a large team of people that I was training and stuff that I was, I was quite good at it, but also the bad leadership came in because I was also an 18-year-old reprobate who just wanted to go out and get pissed. So I wasn't able to set the right example for the team. So that's probably a time where I've demonstrated bad leadership, because obviously then when the people that are coming in for their work roles are going, where's my person that's meant to be training me today? Like, oh, he's not coming into work. He's just rang. He got pissed last night and woke up on a train.
Were you that honest?
Huh?
Were you that honest? At 18, you said that you'd got pissed and fall asleep.
Well, funnily enough, I was on this train from Wolverhampton. I woke up in Coventry, right? Yeah. And there was a chap called Ben who was on another team, not being trained by me, who saw me, and I was just on this train. I was, of course, hungover. Didn't quite. I was a bit like, whoa, where am I? And he was like, oh, mate, I'll get you a ticket to get out the barriers and whatnot. But obviously I told him, so obviously the word was going to get about, so I went home and whatnot and charged my phone. And this was back when I had like this tiny little, like not even an iPhone back then. I mean, we're talking 13 years ago. And that, but yeah, that was just a time when, bad leadership. That was, I think, one of the biggest things is setting the right example.
Yeah,
definitely. 100%. I think, fair play to you for holding yourself to account, to say when you're 18, you thought you could be a good leader. I think it probably takes a lot of people a lot more time to become a good leader than at 18, but doesn't mean you can't.
No, sure. Like it's, I think you get given the opportunities, and that's why I quite like being at that company and doing the sales and whatnot. It wasn't an easy job, but they afforded you the opportunity. But it's better to do it there, with kind of like, sales people who are probably a bit more than, imagine if I'd have gone and done that, solicitors or something like that. It's just,
red card.
Yeah. I think for me, mine.
Can you do a good leader? Is that all right?
Oh, we're not doing both.
I think that, we need to keep it moving. So let's go.
Right. Okay. I've just been prepping my bad leader one.
Okay, we'll stick with that.
Go on, be a bad leader.
I was actually going back to my time at Las Iguanas, and there's a notorious thing in restaurants: the kitchen staff are the kitchen staff, and the front of house staff are the front of house staff, and you don't really tread those lines. There are very often kitchen managers and bar managers and restaurant managers.
I can absolutely testify to that. I was working as a barman for several years when I was 17, 18. You don't go and ask the chef for anything.
Yeah. And anyway, it was Christmas time, so we were running around like headless chickens in the front. They were running around like headless chickens at the back of house. And I had spoken, and it was my fault. There was a missing portion of nachos. And
Disaster, that is.
Outrageous.
it was the Karen that was shouting at me.
The Karen.
Yeah.
No offense to any listeners called Karen.
Yeah, unless it was you, then this is offensive. She was vile, and she was like, "Where the fuck are my nachos?" And I'd been and asked one of the junior members in the kitchen team, "I need a portion of nachos," like yesterday. And ran off, came back, and they weren't there. And I flew off the handle, and I very, very quickly realised that I was being brought down a peg or two by the head chef, who screamed at me. And I was trying to fix my problem and wasn't aware of their problems and hadn't followed process. I was trying to sort of dictate, like, you will do that because I need it now. And yeah, it definitely, and rightly so, I got a bit of a bollocking, and that was a lesson where I've tried to like dictate to someone what to do and tell them I need it now. I hadn't even put a ticket through, so he was doing his job. Like, can't give you a portion of nachos without a ticket because I haven't got a ticket.
Yeah.
So
you're getting shouted at from Karen and from your mate
yeah.
in
So
the
I
back,
started shouting, and it was just terrible from
chain
me.
reaction.
Yeah.
It's amazing how like irate like a load of people can be about some nachos. Do you know what I mean? Like tensions flare beyond anything anyone has ever seen.
Yeah.
Just because someone didn't get a bowl of nachos.
There's Karen who hasn't got a nachos.
Yeah.
There's me that's trying to get Karen's nachos. There's a chef that wants to make them but is being told off because he hasn't got a ticket. Then there's the chef that's looking after his chef that's getting shouted at by me. It was ridiculous, and I apologise to the chef that I shouted at. But yeah. It's
Hospitality is a
brings out weird sides
of
in people.
Chefs
I
are
remember
crazy.
Yeah,
we had a mate of mine was working in a restaurant in a village near us. And he came in early to help the head chef get set up for the day. So prepping all the veg and doing things like that. And the chef had asked my friend to put 26 eggs in a pan and bring them to him. So
I already know where this is going.
He cracked 26 eggs into one pan rather than just putting the eggs in a pan. And
To be fair, I thought
the same.
I thought it was going to be the other way around.
Oh, maybe it's not as much of a mistake as I thought. Then I absolutely folded when I heard that he just actually cracked 26 eggs at once into one pan.
What in terms of like taking the just cracked them
So
even
the
with the
chef just wanted
shell?
him to store these eggs in a pan and bring them to him so that he didn't have like a Tupperware.
No, but this is the unusual thing: is no one puts uncracked eggs in a pan.
Yeah.
But what could you possibly need 26
But
eggs
in a
in
restaurant-
one saucepan?
Yeah, like
In a
if you were
restaurant-
making like scrambled egg for like
200 people,
a big sandwich thing.
Yeah.
There is I don't think he's as wrong as he maybe was told
I
he
think
was.
the key point here is that they were setting up for the day. So it was before the restaurant was even open.
Right.
Right, yeah, that's the point of the story.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So, I think with the context, it was just a bit of a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
But,
Well, fair enough.
No, I had some good memories from hospitality
Yeah,
days.
you learn
sure.
a lot about leadership and people in hospitality.
Can we just rant about some hospitality moments?
Oh,
So I've worked
please.
in hospitality as well.
Please, I've got loads.
Sure.
Henley Golf Club, right?
We have got to be somewhere in 10 minutes.
Have we?
Yeah, we've seriously overrun. So we have to,
No, but
and I've got the lightning round and a bonus question, so make it quick.
Okay, well, Henley Golf Club. It's
I'll tell you what. Why don't we change this for another episode?
okay. Next episode, hospitality moments. We'll do it. We'll do it.
right.
because I've got an Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've probably got a
Am
few
I
up my
hosting
sleeve
next
as well.
week?
Hopefully better than that last one.
Yeah, but we've got a guest next week.
Have we? Oh,
We have
have we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
JM.
secret.
Huh?
Secret.
Have
Oh.
we?
Yeah.
Is it a guest? Is it one that I know about?
Yeah.
Is it JM?
Correct.
Is that next week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, cool.
It's going to be our Christmas episode. We'll dress him up like Santa.
He won't be coming on now.
Yeah, cool.
No,
Make
he's
sure to
good- he's a
tune in
good
next
lad,
week.
he is.
That'd be a good episode. Is he our special Christmas guest?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so make sure you tune in next week. That's going to be an exciting one for sure. We've got a very special guest coming on.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Go
I'm going to move on to the lightning round.
He's gone in on his Instagram stories recently. I don't know if you've seen.
Oh yeah. It's a controversy coming next week.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's going to get political again.
Oh, we'll have to keep him and Nick on separate sides of the room.
Yeah.
Oh no, he thinks the same as me.
They're brothers in arms.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Right, really quick fire questions then. KFC edition, baked beans or gravy?
Gravy.
Neither. I would never order either.
Oh, okay. That's not the question.
I'd much rather gravy, but I wouldn't put it on.
What do you have as your side?
Rice.
Oh dear.
Spicy
Don't even occur to me
rice.
That would be a...
It's fine.
Right, question number 2. If you had to replace your left hand with any household object for a year, what would you choose?
What? I'm left-handed.
If you replace my left hand with any household object, I'm just going to say toilet brush because it'd be so funny and so disgusting. I'm just
Nice to meet you, mate.
I'm just stuck with it for the year, mate. Like, not my choice.
Shit happens.
Hey, boom-ch.
Oh dear. No, or no, my hairbrush probably.
A hairbrush.
Yeah.
Useful.
Yeah.
Tobe?
Fork, probably.
Fork, yeah. You know what I thought? Keyboard.
So you can play some songs for people on the bus.
I just so you don't need to... No, a mouse.
So, hang on.
No, like a mouse keyboard.
No. Hang
So
on.
you can just type.
So you type in, right?
Yeah.
But you just in a keyboard, right?
You're like a cyborg, mate. You know, you just don't need... You plug it in. I thought I was really smart.
I'm not sure it'd be keyboard for me.
Is it surely quicker to type with your thumb though? On the other hand, on your phone,
You can still type with that hand on your phone.
Yeah, but then
you
you're
can't do
holding a
both at
keyboard.
once.
Yeah, but when you want to do it on a computer.
Yeah, but then you can have your mouse here and you can't type.
That's true. Haven't thought this one through. Okay, question 3: beef burger or steak salad?
Beef burger.
Steak salad.
Oh, nice, good from Tobe. Might be steak salad as well. Right, next question: would you rather fight a 7-foot tall toddler or 50 toddler-sized bodybuilders?
A 7-foot tall toddler.
50 toddler-sized bodybuilders, I think.
50 toddler-sized bodybuilders. Okay, right. Last question: milkshake or can of Coke?
Can of Coke.
Just a hard one, that actually.
It's
I
not.
think like in general, I go for a can of Coke. But if you get me like a proper milkshake where it's been like maybe like ice cream and whipped up and chocolate sauce, that milkshake.
But if
But not just like Nesquik from a thing with a bit of milk
It's
in
got to
it.
be a proper like
Proper milkshake. Yeah,
if
you know,
if-
couple of like what is it? Marshmallows on the top and stuff. Yeah.
I always answer those though in the way of like I'm getting rid of one forever. So like if you asking me to pick,
That
Coke,
wasn't the question though, was
No,
it?
that wasn't the question.
That
It was
wasn't the
just in the
question.
moment. What you're
can
going
of
for?
Coke.
Yeah.
Can of Coke.
Can of Coke.
Yeah.
I knew that'd be yours.
Red ambulance.
Brilliant. That's the end of our lightning round. And I've got one final bonus question at the end. I hope neither of you have looked at my notes before and seen this.
No.
Good. So,
Is that the bonus question? All right, see you later.
well done. You passed. This one is: what do you think is the most asked question to ChatGPT? And I've got the answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If you get this bang on, I will buy you lunch at the next time we'll go for lunch.
Marmaris, eh?
Yeah, but you've got to get it like 99%.
We're going to go like to pasture or something if he's paying.
99% word for word though. That's good for it to count. It can't be like it's actually it's got to be 100% word for word.
What's the most common question? And how did you find this answer out?
Ask ChatGPT
You asked ChatGPT.
what the most common answered question it was.
What?
people asked to it, and it said it was results of hundreds of millions of users or whatever. This is the most common answer, most common asked question.
Can we have a clue?
No.
You go first.
How do I start a business?
No, not even close. That's a clue.
I didn't get that.
Is it what are my symptoms mean?
No,
No. Okay.
it's actually really boring.
Is it? What
The
is
most
it?
common question asked to ChatGPT is, "Can you help me explain this?" / "Can you help me understand this?"
What's this?
So people are obviously giving it context of something.
I'm not
And
sure.
then
I'm not
yellow
sure that.
card,
Yeah,
yellow
not sure
card.
that.
Get
No,
in
no.
bed, mate.
I will let the
Get
viewers
in
decide
bed.
on that. That's not right. That isn't.
ridiculous.
That's not right.
Absolutely mental.
I mean, that's the
Can
answer.
you-
that,
can you
that's
explain-
the answer that he gave me. What do you want me to do?
Can you explain this?
Can you answer this question?
What question? Just this question.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure
that's
about
ridiculous, mate.
that.
Honestly.
Specific.
Fuming.
Specific.
We'll just wait till next week.
So that's a wrap for this episode of Shoeless. The shoes have come off, the walls have come down, and the conversations have been as real as they come. Thanks to my guests, Nick and Toby. I've been your host today, Joseph, and this has been Shoeless.
Let's go.